Super duper welcome everyone to this live session. Very good evening. I hope all of you are doing great. Please confirm in the chat box with AV live, AV clear if my audio and video is clear. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. Yes, so as you can see that this is this session is going to be about connecting your mind with your mouth, right? You might be wondering, is not it connected? Is science lying to us since what we have learned in our nursery grades or in our science classes? But no, this is regarding the fluency that I'm talking about. Yes, let me just double check if my audio is clear. Yeah, it is. Thank you so much for waiting. Great. Yeah, well, would like to request everyone, those of you who all are watching this live, please interact in the chats below so that I will be able to know that what exactly are you guys up to and what exactly are your needs from this session. Though I do have a topic that I'll be covering, but overall, I want all of you to get involved in this session. All right. Yes. So those of you who are watching this live over YouTube, over other platforms, please do leave your thoughts and ideas and comments in the chats below. All right. Awesome. Great. Moving ahead, let's talk about the topic of this session. All right. Yes. Correct. Let me just share my screen. Yeah. Just a second. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for putting your comments. Yeah, great. Mm, Sorry, I'm sorry about that. Just give me a second. All right, yeah, I'm back. So connecting your mind with your mouth. All right. So yeah, let me just share my screen. Yeah. Yeah, please the backend team, please confirm if my screen is visible. Thank you. All right, yeah. So moving ahead, first of all, the common struggle. The let me set up the context first. All right, I want all of you to understand what exactly is the topic all about. I want you to acknowledge that this issue happens with almost all of us. That we have something in our mind, we already know about it, but it is very difficult for us to put it across the table, right? Um, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है that if you are suddenly asked a question, if you are suddenly interrogated, or you have to speak or deliver something all of a sudden, बहुत बार होता है कि you have it in your mind but you don't know how to put it across, how to convert it into words, right? ये प्रॉब्लम, ये दिक्कत बहुत जन के साथ होता है एंड इसी जगह पर आपको समझने की जरूरत है कि ये जो प्रॉब्लम है, दिस इज नॉट ए प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल विथ यू. It is because of how you have approached it at in your past. Maybe past में ऐसा कभी आपके साथ अगर हुआ होगा and you chose to not respond to it, rather you chose to just run away from it. You chose to not face it, rather than you chose to just fear it and you just left the ground. That develops a pattern, that develops a habit, that your mind thinks that you have always an option to run away, to ignore, to fear these kind of situation and not face it, right? यही पर ही दिक्कत होता है. Everyone faces difficulty here. Yes, I was talking to one of my friend today, and he said that he has most of the content in his mind, but whenever he is asked to deliver, he's not able to put it across. He's not able to put it into words. And I am damn sure that most of the people who are watching this can relate to this problem. Yes or no? Please leave a yes or no in the comments in the chats, please. Yes, I am sure, damn sure. This used to happen to me as well. Most of the beta hotla. And when I chose to not fear but face it, I chose to not run away from it, but rather develop and practice strategies and techniques that is going to help me in tackling to this issue. I was able to conquer this, and I am able to talk in front of you in English without taking interruptions, without even preparing for it, right? So this is what you should be aware of. All right. First things first. Yeah, let me just quickly share my mind map. Yeah, and we can just proceed after that. Yeah. So first thing first, let's understand what exactly is the issue. Yes, the common struggle is that people do overthink, people fear of judgment, and there is a lack of practice. These are the top three things that is the reason why we are not able to connect whatever we are thinking to whatever we are speaking, right? Or maybe we are not able to translate all of our thoughts into words. All right. Yes. So these are the causes. Now, what are the impact of this? What happens? What is the reason? And even if it happens, even if these are the causes, and we are not able to translate our thoughts into our words, what are the impacts that it causes? Yes, we do miss opportunities, wonderful opportunities that knock your door. You miss them because you fear, because you chose to just stay silent. Yes, because you chose to just ignore that, right? Yeah, missed opportunities. Of course, you could have participated, you could have take your stance, but you chose to stay silent. Yeah, that is one of the impact. Reduced confidence. Yes, this is another thing that happens whenever you face situations where you are choosing to not confront the fear. You are choosing to just run away from that fear, or that space or that question. You kind of lose some amount of confidence there. All right. And whenever you are going to face that situation again in your life, your mind already remembers what happened last time, and you will again be someone without confidence the next time, right? This happens to a lot of people. These are the consequences what happens, right? Yeah. So and frustration in conversation. Whenever you are talking, if you're not able to actively and fully communicate whatever you want to, it will reflect your frustration through your words, because you're trying to say something, but the other people, the other person is not able to get that, because you are not able to put your thoughts into words. All right. So these are the some causes and the impact that it makes, right? Moving ahead. Yes, what are the ways in which we can tackle this? All right. The first thing that we will be learning is the importance of organized thinking. Yes, this is a clear and very precise thing that we need to focus is clear things or clear thoughts lead to a clearer communication. Whenever you have clarity in your thoughts, yes, it will help you to communicate whatever you want to in a clearer way, in a much better way. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is something that everyone knows already. Yes, correct. So why not do activities that will help you to clarify your thought? Yes. Why not do practices that will help you get clarity in your thoughts? For example, writing is such an activity that helps you streamline your thoughts in a very practical and in a very easy way, right? Whatever you think regarding anything, just put it in on a paper using a pen. That will help you to get clarity on that thought. So if you are someone who is struggling to get clarity on in your thoughts, try to write them. Try to put it into paper. Yes, and you will see the difference, the immense difference that you get after putting it into paper, right? Yeah. Just a second. I think my video is a bit laggy. Just let me check if I can do anything regarding this. Okay, yeah, I think it's better now. I'm sorry about that. If in case, sorry, let's move on. Let's move on. Going ahead. Yeah, the second thing that we were talking about is, the first thing was, of course, getting clarity, as clearer thoughts lead to clearer communication, right? So the quick framework that you can utilize in order to structure your thoughts is something that you can develop on your own. But a very common way to develop it is, first you think about a problem, then you think about the solution, and then you think about the outcome. This is just one way of framing your thoughts. Right? This could be a very common way in which everyone frames their thought. They talk about the problem first, then they talk about the solution, then they talk about the outcomes of it, right? You can develop your own ways of thinking, right? But you should make sure that it is something that the other person is able to connect to, and the other person is also able to get clarity on it, right? So accordingly, you will be able to clearly think, speak, and communicate with the other person. All right. This is the quick framework that you can keep in mind. This is just an example, by the way. Yeah, there are much more such frameworks that you can apply or use in your daily life. All right. Moving ahead, some tips for you is to pause whenever you are able to, whenever you face difficulty in expressing or putting into words, putting your thoughts into words. Always take a pause. Pause helps you a lot in again restructuring and putting it across or saying it, right? Yes, prioritize key points instead of just being in a loop where you're able to describe and talk in volumes. Always focus on the key points that you can cover, and you can deliver them so that the other person is able to extract the crux of the matter. All right. The third thing is visualize the idea before speaking. Yes, as you can see on your screen, please do take notes. Visualize about the idea that you are going to pitch or that you're going to deliver in your mind before you speak. All right. Now, what is the benefit of doing that? Whenever you visualize something in your mind, it helps you to get a perspective of what the other person will be understanding by what you share. Correct? So instead of just trying to communicate whatever you want to, think about what exactly will it, how exactly will it impact the other person? How exactly will the other person perceive this, right? Imagine all of this, visualize all of this in your mind before you speak or deliver. All right, that is the third point to it. Moving ahead, yes, as you already got the importance of organized thinking. These were the 3 points to the importance of organized thinking, right? Next, we will be talking about building confidence to speak. All right, how exactly can we build confidence, and what is the need of it, right? First of all, confidence की जरूरत क्या है? I definitely know that everyone knows the answer to this. क्या है जरूरत? Because this is something that we have understood by in our practical life, that those of them who are confident are able to sail through, are able to tackle any particular situation in their life, right? Instead of someone who is having a lot of knowledge but is not confident enough to put it across, right? So definitely let's have a look and what exactly are the ways in which we can exactly deliver with confidence, right? Yeah. So confidence grows by embracing imperfections. All right. Yes, I understand that most of you think that this embracing term is very chat GPT-ish, but this is the perfect term that I can use here, because if at all you want to be confident, you have to embrace the imperfection. If you want to always be perfect, always be picture perfect, and always be someone who is able to deliver the best out of it, no, you will always strive for perfection, and we call it a perfection syndrome. And because of that, you will not be able to deliver the best out of yourself. Yes, because you always think that, अरे यार इससे भी बेहतर कर सकता हूँ मैं, इससे better. Now, in that thought, there is an issue that you will not be able to deliver at all. You will always think that this is not my best. I will put my more efforts and I'll deliver, and you will back up. right? This is not the best thing that I can deliver. I do had that earlier, and I still have it to some extent, but I have learned with in living with it, right? I have learned to live with imperfections, right? As I am speaking currently, I'm not perfectly speaking everything, right? I'm trying my best, and whatever else is left is something that I will develop over time. Maybe the next live I'm doing, or the next time I'm taking a session or delivering a speech, I'll do it better, right? But this time, let me do it, not back up. Yes, and not step back. Correct. All right, moving ahead, the next thing is shift focus from self doubt to delivering value. Yes, whenever you are delivering something, whenever you're speaking something, whenever you are presenting something, if you keep thinking that I'm not good enough, I have not prepared enough, I'm still not clear about this thing. What if someone asks me this question? So these are all self doubts, and if you keep yourself indulged into these kind of thoughts, you will not be able to deliver the best. Rather, what you can do is focusing on delivering value. Whatever you know, whatever you are aware of, you focus on delivering all of those to the other person, to your audience. Maybe you are talking to just one of your friend, yes, or you are presenting in front of your team, in front of your college mates, yes, in front of your colleagues, yes. It doesn't matter if you are able to deliver with the mindset that I'm going to add some value to them, to their life. I'm going to elaborate something to them. I'm going to help them with a knowledge that they are not aware about, and I am going to disclose it to them. If you deliver with this kind of mindset, people are going to love it. People are going to respect it, right? Instead of just thinking about your own self, right? So always make sure to shift your focus to them. All right, don't think just about yourself कि मुझे डर लग रहा है, मैं कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हूँ, मेरे से प्रिपेयर नहीं हो, मैंने प्रिपेयर नहीं किया है, मेरे से ये नहीं हो सकता. No, no matter whatever you have within yourself, try your best to deliver it and help the other person. Shift your focus to them. All right. Yes. The next point. Let me just share the screen. Yeah. So, what are the various techniques that is going to help you in getting this done? Yeah. First is breathe. All right. This happens a lot, and people do tend to be anxious. They feel like something is choking them, and they just forget to breathe, right? I mean, we don't have to remember to breathe, of course, but it happens a lot whenever you're nervous. You tend to breathe less, right? So consciously try to deeply breathe at that particular time so that your brain gets more oxygen and is able to function properly, right? Yes, the first thing that I said as a technique is deep breathing, and you all know that how beneficial is it. It is, and it is also a part of meditation, right? So yeah, first is deep breathing. Second, following to that is positive affirmations. Of course, affirmations is something that we deliver, or we speak, or we listen, right? So as to make a mindset which is ready to accept that yes, positive things are going to happen to me, without and not just staying in a limiting mindset, or not just staying in a mindset of negativity, right? So positive affirmations is also going to help you. And the third one, but not the least, is practicing under pressure. Yes, how many times it happens that whenever you're delivering something, it is the first time that you're delivering something. Let me repeat that. How many times is it that you want to perform good, but when you are saying something in pressure, you are saying it in a environment, in a structure, in a setup where you are already under pressure, and that is the first time you are under pressure. Before that, you always practiced without any pressure, just with your own self, right? There you don't have any pressure, right? But how if you would have practiced earlier with some of your friends who are there to show some pressure that you need to deliver in front of them as well, right? Yes. So always try to practice behind the stage, but under pressure, so that when you face the actual pressure, it is something that is not completely out of the blue for you. You are somehow acquainted or somehow already aware about the process, right? Or how you're going to react to that, how you're going to respond to that, how are you going to tackle through the various hindrances that you are going to face while you face that pressure. All of those should be practiced by you behind or beforehand. All right. So these were a few tips regarding handling or building confidence to it. All right. Yeah. Moving ahead, let's have a look in how to turn your thoughts into words. Yeah. Yeah. Let's first focus on visualization. Yes. As I have already said this in the initial part of the speech, right? So always try to visualize and picture in your mind whatever you are trying to say. Yes, what you want to say as a story. Yes, so as to imagine or think about the various different possibilities that can happen, or that the other person can consider when you are delivering it for real, when you are delivering it in the actual world. All right, so visualize it so as to get yourself aware about the upcoming possibilities. All right, chunking. Yes, whenever you are delivering something very complex, try to break it down into simpler parts. Yes, simpler chunks rather. Yes, so it is easier for you to deliver and it is easier for the other person to grasp. Whenever you are able to break a very complex uh, problem or idea into simpler things, people do love it. Yes, the very single thing that you are going to get appraised for, or you're going to get uploaded for, right, is simplification. Yes, and this is across industries. If you are able to simplify things, then you have a skill that is never going to go out of demand. Yes, any idea, take it, any idea, take it, any system, take it, any organization, anything. If you are able to simplify things, then people are going to pay you hefty for that. People are ready to pay you for that. People are ready to pay you in bucks. People are ready to pay you in time. Yes, so simplification is one key that people love always. Everyone loves. Yeah, correct. Next up, we have the drills that we practice. For an example, describing an everyday object in 3 sentences. Yes, this is a very simple drill, but very few of people practice it. And thus, what exactly happens is, if you don't practice it at all, uh, you don't have the habit of doing it. If you don't have the habit of doing it, the the first time that you do it will be your first time, and of course you're not going to perform your best in it, right? Because practice makes improvements, right? It doesn't make someone perfect. It is a way to perfect, but it makes improvement. The each time you practice, you are better than the before, than before, right? Yes, thank you so much, Sunil and Amil, for watching live and commenting, and leaving your comment. I would like to request others to also interact with me in the chat. Yeah, and if you have any questions, please do leave it in the chat and I'll be able to uh, reply to those. All right. Yes. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Let me just share my screen. Yeah, we covered the 3 different ways to turn your thoughts into words. All right. Yeah. Next up, we have 3 very essential things that we need to focus, but most of us just ignore this. Yeah. Expanding vocabulary to express ideas better. Oh my God, this is a very important topic, that pointer that everyone should focus. And here I remember that one thing that Javed Akhtar said. Yes, that words are bricks, and what all you can express using words is the house that you're going to make out of bricks. मतलब आपका आपके पास जितने ईंटें हैं वो आपके शब्द हैं, और आप उन ईंटों से जितना बड़ा घर बना सकते हैं वो आपका पूरा एक्सप्रेशन है। अगर आपके पास ज्यादा ईंटें होंगे, अगर आपके पास ज्यादा शब्द होंगे, इफ यू हैव मोर वर्ड्स, आपका घर बड़ा बनेगा। You will be able to express more things, you will be able to express more precisely whatever you want to। अगर आपके पास कम ईंटें हैं, आप तो आपका घर बड़ा नहीं बन पाएगा, राइट? सो समझ रहे हैं आप व्हाट इज द इंपोर्टेंस ऑफ वोकेबुलरी? Yes, the more words that you have, the more precise and the better you can express, right? So focus on improving your vocabulary. Maybe it could be using watching content, it could be using learning new magazine, new books, it could be interacting with others, and when they speak some words that you are not already aware of, you ask them the meaning of it or you Google it, right? So this is how you build vocabulary, and there are a lot of very different ways to do it. You can indulge yourself with games, games that help you improve your vocabulary on a regular basis. All right. Okay, moving on. Matching the tone, body language, words for a greater impact. Yes, matching the tone. Yes, whenever you are interacting with someone, whenever you are talking to someone, and the other person is speaking in a certain tone, try to match your tone with them. Do not just impose whatever your state of mind, whatever your tone is on the other person. They are not going to like it. Yes, if they are going to, if they are speaking in a soft tone, try to match it with them. If they are talking with you in an assertive way, try to match with that. Yes, and there are various different techniques and various different aspects to it, and we have covered all of them extensively in our recorded courses. Please do check them out using the link in the description, and you can reach out to us if you want to, and we'll be able to help you with that. All right. Yes. Moving on, we have, yeah, yeah. So body language, of course, this is another major chunk of communication skills, right? How you, how your body expresses. It's not just your words that tells someone else that how you're going to behave or how you're going to express something or what you're going to express, but it's also your body that talks to them. All right. So body language includes your gesture, your posture, how you face your facial expressions, your just your eye movement, your hand movement, and a lot of it, that I cannot cover in this particular session. You do have to check other videos of ours over YouTube that talks about body language, and also the courses that we have specifically recorded and are there in our learning management system. Do check them out. Yes, and always try to deliver words that show a greater impact, right? You could have said that I like doing this, but instead, if you choose to say I enjoy doing this, there's a difference that you can feel, right? I like doing this is a bit more basic, but if you say that I enjoy doing this, people are getting a hint that you actually are involved in that process and you actually enjoy it doing it, right? So this is just a small example of how you can say words that are of greater impact, right? Yeah, and it does make a difference. I assure you, it does make a difference. Try it and try it for yourself and let me know. Yeah. The next point is experiment with storytelling to keep your audience engaged. Yes, storytelling is one of the most important key aspect whenever you are delivering something to other, that is going to keep them engaged. Yes, and it is also going to give you an edge over others because everyone else will be focusing on delivering the content. But if you are able to integrate your story with your content and you are able to deliver it, it can create wonders. And it's not like key मतलब इतना छोटा सा बात के लिए क्या ही स्टोरी टेलिंग बोलूं मैं. You can apply storytelling to each single time and each single space that you are doing. कहीं पर भी आप यूज कर सकते हैं स्टोरी टेलिंग. I'm sure if you want to learn more about it, you can research more on it, and you can know about the various different ways in which you can add storytelling to your speech. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, moving ahead, let's have a look in what are the daily improvement drills that we can implement in our real life. Yes, so first one is the 30 seconds impromptu speaking on random topics. Each one of you who is watching this and you are interested in improving your way of expression, you are interested in expressing whatever you think, because as I said, हम हमारे दिमाग में बहुत कुछ है बट हम बोल नहीं पाते, right? Random topic, choose random topic and start speaking impromptu on that topic. Impromptu means without any preparation, without any earlier thoughts on it, right? Let's take an example. There is a calculator in front of me. Let me speak randomly on that object. Yes, I came across a street fight um, when I was riding back to my home. Whatever I have in my mind as an image, let me randomly choose and talk about it, right? Of course, it's a bit of violence and I'm not going to promote it, but choose random topics and speak about it. Make it a habit. It will create another habit of yours where you are able to make your expression better, right? Whatever you are thinking, instantly you are speaking without preparation, right? Yes, the next point is journaling ideas and summarizing them aloud. Yes, journaling ideas. How many of you do it? As I said, writing improves your clarity. Writing improves your structure of thoughts, right? So whenever you are journaling something, you are able to get those ideas in a tangible way. Ideas are in mind and they are not tangible. If you put it on a paper, excuse me, it becomes tangible, and you can go on and have more hold on the things that you have in mind, right? So summarizing them aloud is whatever you're speaking, read them aloud. And as you can add your certain aspects to whatever you have written, because it's your own thought, right? You have a lot of things to say on it. You can summarize it in your own words, right? Correct. Now, the next way to improve is a drill that is called shadowing. Yes, where you try to copy or you try to imitate speakers who are better than you, speakers who are well spoken and are able to express whatever they want to in a way that is more clearer, crisp, precise, right? So imitate well-spoken speakers to improve your fluency and clarity. That is called shadowing. Yes, and it's also it can also be practice to improve your pronunciation, right? Whenever you are having difficulty in pronouncing a word, try to search for some speaker who is speaking it. Yes, and try to imitate him or her, right? Correct. So these were the few tips and tricks and concepts regarding your approach of connecting your mind with your mouth. All right. Yes. So let's have a quick summary or overlook of what did we all cover. Yes. So first is organized thinking and consistent practice to bridge the gap. Yes. Organized thinking and consistent practice, right? Consistent practice to bridge the gap between whatever you think and whatever you deliver. All right. So that you are able to speak whatever you think, right? The ability to express clearly, leaving and lasting impression. Yes, we focused on ways in which we can improve our ability to express so that whoever listens to you remembers you for the speech that you have delivered. All right. Yes. The next is the challenge. Yes. Apply one technique daily and track your growth. Yes, this is a challenge for you. that I have kept. And those of you who are watching this live, please type in the chat box, I am in. If you accept this challenge, where you are going to apply one technique daily and you're going to track your growth. Whenever you feel that you have implemented or you have tried something, you are able to successfully do some drills that help you in improving your expression, come back to this video and in the comments type that yes, this helped me, this technique helped me. Help others in understanding that what has helped for you and how you dealt with it, right? And how you are being benefited from it, right? Yes, so this is a challenge for all of you. And those of you who are watching this recording, I request all of you to do the same as well. Yes, go to the comments of this video and leave your comments. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me throughout the session and watching this live. Uh, I'm looking forward to your comments. I'm going to personally interact and reply to them. Thank you, Amir, for your messages. Yeah, great. It was a great time connecting with you, all of you. I really hope you all had a great time as well. Uh, yeah, thank you once again. I am looking forward to meeting with you again. Please do check out the link in the description where we are offering, or we are inviting you to join the ODCH community, which is Odisha's largest digital space where you can learn to improve your English communication skills and fast forward your growth in your personal, professional, and social life using the power of excellent English communication skills. Thank you so much once again for tuning in.